Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Reclaiming Your Life. I am your host, Kamara.
This podcast is designed to help women overcome their insecurities, self-doubt, and fears within themselves to pursue their dreams by telling her own life experiences. Here's your host, Kamara.
Yes, you guys, welcome back to another episode of Reclaiming Your Life. Thank you for joining me on this Friday. I am excited. As you know, I love my Fridays because that means the weekend is here. However, today I wanted to share with you guys about being a single mother. And I know everybody have their own definitions of what a single mother is, and I respect it, but I'm just going to be talking about my perspective as to what a single mother means to me, being that I am a single mother, and and how I do everything on a day-to-day basis. I mean, it does get hard at times, trust me. There's plenty of times where I feel like I want to give up. I'm just going to be transparent with you guys. It's just like parenting is hard, and being a mother is hard. Raising children is hard. And I'm sure, mother or father, parenting is really hard. I mean, every kid is different. I don't care what anybody said. Like, there's no manual or script on to how to be a parent because each child is different, and you have to handle each child differently. And I'm saying that because I have two kids, so I have to handle each of them differently, talk to them differently. Number one, because of the age group, but they're both different in general. But being a single mother, to me, what I feel a single mother is that you're doing everything on your own, and there is no father involved. That father is absent. That's what a single mother is to me, and I'm going to get more into it. And I know some people will say, well, a single mother is also someone who is single and is a mother. And I get it, but to me, I feel like that's more co-parenting if the father is involved. If the father is doing not even doing, if you share responsibilities when it comes to the child, I feel that's more co-parenting. And I would say you're a single parent versus a single mother, because when you're co-parenting, it's both of you guys. So I would say that is a single mother to me. And I know as mothers, we tend to do more, a lot more for our children. A lot more is weighed on us and relied on us for us to do. And I'm not trying to discredit any mothers out there, whether you're single, whether you're married, or whether you're involved with your significant other or your child's father. I am not discrediting anybody when it comes to that because trust me, I know. But as a single mother, I just feel like it's more, it's more not work, but it's just more responsibilities fall on a single mom. That's, how I feel. And for me, being a single mom for so long, you get help along the way. So I don't want to say I don't get help. I do get help. And I appreciate the help that I get from my family. I greatly appreciate it. But, there's other things, being a mom. And I'm sure you guys know that. So there's certain things and certain responsibilities that you have to do versus whether you're getting the help. They don't have to help you with certain things as a parent, because whether they have their own children that they have to, attend to or take care of, or whether, it's your mom or whoever, your aunt or whoever that can be helping you out in your family, could have kids that's grown now. So they don't have to take on so much to say. So for me as a single parent, is very single mother, I should say, right? Because I just said my definition of a single mother and single parent and co-parents there. Okay, get me in order. But as a single mother, it is hard. It is so hard because everything relies on me. And I was just having a conversation yesterday, and I said, I don't even know how I even function half of the time with, working full time, being an entrepreneur, and working my business part time. But it feels like I'm working it full time, but I'm working it part time. Also, being a parent, have to bring my kids to school. Well, my son, he takes the bus, but bring my daughter to school, pick her up. Then I have to come home and, get them ready for bed, find them something to eat, make sure homework is being done. And then, I have to do other errands that I need to do. And then, I tried to figure out, like if I want to work out, how am I going to incorporate this? Because I do want to work out, but I'm just feel like I don't have the time and the capacity to work out. It's just so hard. And then on top of that, I'm working another part-time job. So it's like you don't get enough hours in a day to be able to do everything that you want to do. And then remind you, my son, he's in basketball. So I got to take him to basketball practice. And then when he have games, I'm going to the games as well. So it's so much to do as a single mother. And I feel like some people don't understand when it is to be a single mother, because now I'm trying to be both mother and father, but there's certain things that I can't teach my son because I am not a man, and my son doesn't have a male figure in his life to say someone he can look up to. You get what I'm saying? So it's just hard where I'm trying to teach him certain things, but there's certain things I just can't teach him because I am not a man, and things that I feel a man should be teaching him, I just can't do that. So I try the best that I can when it comes to teaching him certain things and responsibilities, but I can only do so much, and it's just so much hard. It's just so much harder, I should say. And then dealing with my daughter. I mean, y'all know how it is with girls, and I didn't listen. People say, you don't want to have no girl. And I'm just like, oh, I do, because they look so cute. You can dress them up. Girls are just so, oh my God, you can just hug them, kiss them, whatever. But let me tell you something. The attitudes that come with it is a whole nother ball game. I'm letting y'all know right now. And for everybody who have a girls, you know what I mean. The attitude that comes with it, I don't even think I had that much attitude and sass at the age of my daughter. I mean, I'm not saying I was perfect, but my mother never complained about me about that age. I never heard her talking about me at that age, the way that my daughter is that in itself is just a whole, I don't know. I feel like there needs to be a parenting class on how to raise daughters and how to deal with their attitudes, because let me tell you something, honey, I can't do it. The attitudes, it gotta go. It got to go. But anyways, let me bring it back. So again, I have to bring my son to basketball, right? And I have to incorporate all of that. And it takes a toll, because sometimes I am driving 45 minutes to an hour to his games, depending on where the games are, because he's in AAU. So like for him, I feel like basketball never ends, because he's in the winter league and then he's in AAU. So for me, I'm a basketball mom all year round, literally all year round. And then he has summer league. So I'm, like I said, all year round, I am a basketball mom. And then, so to think, it's just me to pay all of these things. It can take a toll. It can take a toll, and you can just feel so overwhelmed, like you don't know how you're going to be able to pay all of these on top of like your bills, right? On top of your mortgage or your rent, your car note, your car insurance, health insurance, all of that. it would make you feel like you're going crazy. Going crazy when you think about all the things that you have to do as a single mother or as a mother. We take on so much responsibility, so much is relied on us that we need to do when it comes to taking care of our kids. And one thing that I would say that has got me through it, and for me not to give up, because as I mentioned, I do feel like I wanted to give up at times, but what keeps me going and what makes me not give up is that I think about my kids and I think about how much they mean to me, how much I love them, and that everything that I am doing now is for them. And also by the grace of God. Trust me, I'll be praying. I pray for my kids. Because you gotta pray over your kids and you gotta speak life over your kids. And that's one thing that, kept me going, kept me calm when it comes to when I become frustrated and I get overwhelmed. I just pray. And then I also think about, I am doing this for my kids. It may seem hectic and crazy right now, like my head is cut off and I'm just walking around just crazy. But I know that in due time, it's going to pay off and I will be able to spend more time with my kids as I want to, as I visioned, being a mother. So I know one day it's going to pay off. And right now I'm just hustling, busting, I guess. I don't know. I'm just hustling right now, trying to do what I need to do for my kids, because I can't rely on anyone else when it comes to taking care of my kids. Yes, my family is there. Most importantly, my mother is there to help me. But at the same time, they're my kids. They're my responsibilities that I have to take care of them. So I can't rely or put that on someone else. I don't know how some people can do that. And I'm not going to sit here and badger and talk about them, but some people can. But I can't. I can't just rely on people. I don't get child support. When I do get child support, I get it. You get what I'm saying? So I don't depend on my child support. That's one thing I don't depend on. Like, that's not even factored in as an income. If I get the child support, it's extra. Telling you, ladies, don't depend on your child support, especially if it's not consistently. Well, don't depend on it, because you need to make sure that you can pay for your bills and take care of your kids with your own income. Don't depend on that child support income. Do everything that you can do to take care of your child. When you get that child support, it's just extra. I'm just telling you from my own experience, and that's what we need to do, and not try to depend on this and calculate our needs and our necessities on, this child support income that is not consistent. Because it would mess you up. It will put you in a bind. Trust me, it will, so don't depend on that, because you may say like, oh, I'm going to get it this week, and then you don't get it. So to me, it's always important to just focus on your income when it comes to taking care of your kids, you guys. This is just something that I do personally. It may not work for you, or you may not like what I'm saying, or you may not even do it, and that's fine. I'm just telling you from my experience what I do that helps me, and I'm sharing it with you because you either, you can take this, I don't want to say take this advice. You can do it if you please. If not, it's fine. But just as in overall, being a single mother is a lot. And I know that people who are in relationships, who are married, they do a lot too. And as I said earlier, I am not discrediting anybody who is a mother, because it is a lot to take on as a mother and to do and provide for your kids and your family. And to the ones who are married, I give it to you guys too, because if you are doing everything in your house, you're not only taking care of your children, you also got to, take care of your husband as well. You got to make sure your household is in order on top of anything else that you may be doing, whether it's, owning a business, maybe teaching a class or, going to school. It's still a lot. It really is. And us women, we do a lot. And I just feel like, we don't get recognized enough, and not even saying recognized enough, but for me as a single mother, when Mother's Day come around, I don't get any gifts for Mother's Day. I mean, my kids would make me, their little arts and crafts and things that they do at school, but was I never felt appreciated for Mother's Day, I should say. Like, I never got that treatment. And I know that some people do, whether or not they're with their child's father, so, sometimes that child father would still recognize them and appreciate them for Mother's Day. And people who are married or in a relationship. So to say this, I'm saying this now that I am doing a mommy makeover, and this is going to be for Mother's Day, and God's willing, this can be an annual thing that I can do. I want to do a mommy makeover to honor a single mother, who is doing everything themselves, because sometimes being a single mother, you forget to treat yourself and take care of yourself. I mean, you're very limited with the time that you have so that you can take care of yourself, whether it's getting a massage, a facial, getting your nails done, your hair done, pedicure, it takes a lot. And, we don't get to do that as often. So I want to be able to treat a single mother to these services of getting your makeup done, getting a full wardrobe, getting, a facial, So this is something that I am in the works of planning and looking for, anybody who offers these services and is willing to donate their services. Because at this point, since I'm starting out, I would love to work with anyone who's willing to donate their services, where next year I will be in a better place to be able to pay for these services. But yes, so if this seems like this is you, that you want to participate in this, I will highly suggest that you participate in this mommy makeover for Mother's Day. And if you know someone who you think should be recognized, as a single mother who is doing everything and that want to participate but don't want to do it, you can do it on their behalf as well. I will have all the information in the beginning of April. So it's going to be probably requirements to write why you feel that you should be nominated or honored for this mommy makeover. And I haven't came up with the actual criteria as far as the length of what I want you to write. It's not going to be nothing hard, so don't even think that it's going to be too much. It's not, trust me. But if this is you or you know someone, I definitely would like them to participate and for you to nominate them. So that's what I want to do for a single mother for Mother's Day every year. And that was just based off my experience of not being, appreciated or showing some kind of love on Mother's Day. But I'm not going to be on here to talk your ears off for too long, but I just wanted to jump on here really quick to just talk about being a single mother. And I mean, I may have another episode later on that goes into more of a single mother. And I do have someone in mind that I would like to interview about this. So, stay tuned. For that later to come. And I'm not going to mention who that person is, but I think it will be great to hear from someone else who is also a single mother and their definition of a single mother and different things that, tips and things that we can do as a single mother to take care of ourselves as well. Because trust me, we need that self-care. We can't forget about us because our children rely on us, like we are the head of the household. I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it. They said the man is the head of the household, but sometimes it's really the ladies who are the head of the household. But, we got to portray to the men that they are the head of the household. I'm sorry, I ain't say that. Fellas, if you're listening, just disregard what I said. But it's true. We are considered like the head of the household because we take care of everything. We run it. It's simple as that. We run it. And it's okay. So we give it to the guys, the fellas, that, yeah, you the head of the household. You are. But then deep down inside, you be like, no, I know I'm the head of the household, right? But anyways, thank you for tuning in, you guys. I'm excited to be back, and I'm glad that you were able to tune in to listen to this episode of Reclaiming Your Life. Again, questions, hit me up, email me at reclaimingyourlife01@gmail.com, or, inbox me, DM me, however you like. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave a review. Let me know how I'm doing, you guys. Let me know if the podcast is helping you, like if you're relating to the things that I'm talking about. So until next week, I will see you. Sorry, not see you. I will talk to you next week. Bye, you guys.
Thanks for listening, and don't forget to subscribe and leave a review.